Hello, my dear friends. This is Satyam, and welcome to your YouTube channel, Dishcon Classes. Friends, this video is going to be very important. This video is going to be very important for those who want to learn speak English, who want to learn how to speak English, who want to learn how to speak English. Means this video is going to be very helpful to those who want to learn English speaking, want to learn how to speak English fluently. So my dear students, this video is going to be very important because in this video I am going to tell you some important very root ways so that you can learn English speaking. And before starting this video, my dear friends, I have a question for you. The question is English speaking is important? Is English speaking is important? Okay, so your opinion means if you are find English speaking is important, then your opinion please comment, okay, in the comment box, and listen my opinion, okay, and listen my opinion and listen my opinion, my dear friends. What's my opinion? My opinion is that English speaking is a skill, right? Speaking is a skill, and if you have this skill, this is important, and this is an extraordinary thing for you. Have another skill, and the skill is English speaking. This is a very good. Or you don't have, okay, this skill, then it is not. It is also a good, very good. So it is a kind of skill anyone can learn by practice, by learning, by practicing, by speaking. So you have to learn. And I'm not saying it is very important, it is compulsory, but if you have this skill, then it is good for, okay, my dear friends. So simply in this video I am going to tell you how you can learn English speaking. Okay, means what ways you follow so that you can learn English speaking. Okay, so my dear friends, so first of all we have to focus four things. There are four basic things. By following these four basic things, we can learn English speaking. We can learn if we follow the four ways, the further that I'm going to, okay, tell you. If you follow these ways, then you can learn any language, not only English as well as other languages. If you want to learn any language, then you can learn by following these ways. Okay, so my dear friends, okay, so there are four ways to learn any language. There are four ways to learn any language. Okay, there are four ways to learn any language. First one is, okay, first one is we have to focus. First one is reading. First one is reading. Okay, first one is reading. Okay, right, first one is reading. Focus on the second one. Second one is, okay, second one is writing. Second one is writing. Okay, third one is, okay, listening. Third one is listening. And the fourth and the most important is speaking. And speaking. Okay, so these four, okay, so there are these four important ways. If you follow these ways, then you can learn any language. Okay, and you will be able to speak English fluently, not English as well as other languages. Okay, so my dear friends, I hope you are understanding what I'm saying right now, because I try to keep my speaking very simple. I'm using very simple words so that you can understand my language, my English speaking very easily. Okay, so I hope you understanding. Now focus on this: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Reading, writing, listening, and, okay. So first of all, we will discuss about reading. We will discuss about reading. Means when you go to speaking, when you try to speak, you need some words. Okay, you need some words. Need the vocabulary. Means the words that you want to use in your speaking, you need the correct English meaning of that words. Okay, so the first thing is that you have to read in vocabulary. you have to study vocabulary, right? Vocabulary is the first thing that you have to read. Okay, you can say you have to memorize the word, you have to learn by the heart important vocabularies, right? So this is the first thing. Second thing second thing okay, when you go to speaking, you learn something, concepts of grammar. Concepts of grammar means there are some very important, okay, there are some very most important topics that helps you, okay, that help you to learn English speaking, okay, as tense, as models. So these are the verbs, these are the topics of English grammar that you have to surely, you have to read it, right? So you have to study vocabulary, you have to study grammar, you have to study grammar, you have to study grammar, okay? And another important thing is that the vocabulary that you are learning, okay, it's another important thing that the correct pronunciation of the vocabulary, okay? So another thing is came the pronunciation. So you have to study, read means you have to study, you have to read vocabularies and you have to study grammar. You have to read vocabulary and you have to read all these things. Means you have to create reading habit, you have to create your reading habit, okay? It is whether vocabulary or grammar or any, okay, anything that helps you to become a fluent English speaker, okay? So you have to develop your reading habit, you have to read, okay? And anything that you are reading, anything that you are reading, try to write it. Anything that you are reading, try to write it. Means writing is another important thing. Means anything means that you write, it saves in your memory very easily, and it takes, and it, okay, save in your memory for a very long time, okay? And it easily remember when you want to speak, okay? So anything means the vocabulary, the grammar, anything, any important thing that you are reading and it is important, it is looking important for you, so you have to write it, okay? So you have to write it. Writing is the another aspect you have to follow is, okay? Now I am come listening, okay? You have to listen the fluent English speak, you have to listen the fluent English speakers, okay? And we know that if you go on YouTube, okay, there are lots of channels, there are many channels are there in which a lots of YouTubers, okay, who teaches English speaking, and you can listen them, okay, English speaking, as well as you can listen the motivational sessions of English. Means you have to listen, you have to listen the English speakers who speaks well. Means you have to listen fluent English speakers, so that you, if you will listen them, okay, then you will, it help you to become a fluent English speaker, okay? So you have to listen, so you have to listen is the most important thing, you have to listen, okay? So you have to, you have done reading, you have written, listened, and the most important thing is that speaking, the most important thing that is speaking. You have done reading, you have written, you have listened, but you you haven't done speaking, then all three things are wasted, because speaking is the most important, okay? Speaking is the most important, okay? I want to, okay, emphasize this, speaking is the most important, speaking is the most important, okay? One thing I say, the practice of speaking is most important, okay? The more you speak, the more fluent you will be. Means the more practice you will do of speaking, the more fluent you will be, okay? So you have to practice more and more, you have to practice of speaking more and more, okay? Means the more you speak, the more fluent you will be. You have to speak English very fluently, you have to speak English very fluently, my dear friends, okay? So by following these four ways, okay, reading, writing, listening and speaking, okay, you will be a fluent English speaker, you will speak English very fluently, okay, my dear friends? And you have to work hard, you have to give your time, you have to give your time to be a fluent English speaker, you have to study all these things, my dear friend, okay? So these, by following these four ways, you can learn English speaking, you can learn English speaking, okay? So I am only guide you how you can learn. You have to study vocabulary, you have to study grammar, you have to read all these things, okay, to learn English speaking, okay, my dear friends? So in this video I am only discuss some important ways. I'm only discussed some important ways. If you follow these ways, you can learn English speaking. Okay, my dear friends. And okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the video. Okay, you learned something very useful from this video. I'm only guide you how you can learn English speaking, what you have to study, why you have to write, why you have to listen, and why you have to speaking. And I'm saying speaking is the most important. The more you speak, the more fluent you will be. Okay, my dear friends. So you have, so please, if you have enjoyed the video, if you get something important, okay, so please like, share, and subscribe this channel. Okay, this classes YouTube channel. So we'll meet in the next video. Thank you very